My name is Susan Elizabeth Perkins, and I was very fortunate enough to be asked to do, I think, the third episode of Banana. This is one of the very few jobs in my life where I haven't had to turn up in the middle of the night wearing night vision goggles, scratching at a door and begging, or sending poison pen letters, or threatening family members and pets. I actually got asked, so I got rung up, and I did a series of a show that I wrote with Nicola Schindler, and we got on very well. So when she rung up, she said, "Would you like to work with me again?" And I said, "I absolutely would." And she said, "Well, actually, it's somebody's asked you to do something, a show that I'm involved with, and that someone is Russell T Davies." I'm laughing now because I'm recalling the sort of thing, it's like being asked by Thomas Edison if you want to get involved in a light bulb convention. All I knew about my episode was I was given two names, Sian and Violet, and the genius of Russell is he just gives you absolutely clean sheet of A4 paper with which to start, and I thought, right, what can I do? And after a bit of thinking, I thought, I'm going to write a love story from beginning to end in 23 minutes. I would take any amount of notes from Russell because he's been there, he's been at the sharp end of it, and so you completely trust him. And even as he's giving you a really difficult note, he's saying, I know this is a difficult note, I know you're going to hate me, but this is why I'm giving it, and this is how it's going to reshape the material, and you're going to thank me for it in the end. And all those things come to pass. It takes a long time to kind of be really, really aware and emotionally comfortable with the various stages of writing, which sounds very pretentious, but you become very fond of the thing you write, and then you're asked to completely destroy it. So it's a thing of, you can do anything you want, not that, start again. You can do anything you want, I said not that. Make it shorter, make it longer, make it faster, make it slower. I don't like that character. We need more of that. No, we don't. I suddenly hate that person. And you're just buffeted. And every time he sort of said, this will happen, but I'll hold your hand as you're doing it. This is my first experience of being a writer who writes and then hands it over. And I knew that they'd make a great job because the team are great and he's great. But I watched it, first of all, like this. And I tend to watch a lot of the things that I do like that. And then very slowly I was able to go, oh, God, they're good. And it's such a great thing to admire people and to take yourself completely out of the equation. And I can watch that as a piece of work and not think, I wrote that, or that's my words. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in the greater thing, which is what we all made. And for their part, the actors have done such a great job. And it looks so beautiful. Lewis, the director's done such a lovely job. I'm really proud of everybody. The key to whether the show would survive or not was always if you could take the word gay from it and it still have kind of cultural resonance. And of course, completely it does. You can create as many Venn diagrams with a human being as you want, but the wider picture is, human. And that is the genius of the show, is you've got human, and then you've got male, female, and then you've got gay, straight, and then you've got, and you can telescope in, but ultimately all good drama survives on how perfectly the whole is represented, the whole experience of being alive. The most important thing, I think, is it creates a sort of multi-story gay universe. So when Queer as Folk came out, it was the defining gay story, and it broke all the moulds, and it's absolutely threw Middle England into a fluster, the way that it so needed to be thrown into a fluster. But however many years on, a decade and a bit on from that, there still aren't the wealth of stories that you want. Queer as Folk can't tell the story about gay culture, but it can only tell one story. So we need more and more and more. And what he's tried to do is to create the myriad perspectives on gay life. Whereas before, Queer as Folk said, deal with it, gay men like having sex. Deal with it, gay men are promiscuous, but also vulnerable and affected and needy and brilliant, and they're as much so as anybody else. This, I think Cucumber and Banana will start to say, right, you're all with how promiscuous you think gay men are. Let's tell another story. And it completely throws that on its head. It's like everything you think that gay men do, they might not do. Everything you think that gay women do, they might not do. And it starts to just build a more modern and universal picture about gay life, both as integrated in everyday normal life and also as a peculiarity, as something singular and interesting. And that's why it's great to have these little windows, just these tiny peeks into relationships and lives and dynamics, and then you're on to the next thing, like life.